Does your mind get confused when you come across this kind of geometry question? I'll be honest with you, I used to have a lot of trouble with geometry. When I looked at a question like this, I didn't even know where to start, but I had to learn in order to pass the exam for my dream job, right? And today, besides being a math teacher, I'm also a military firefighter. I managed to pass, thank God. Well, today I brought two questions like this to really unlock your minds, but I want you to try to solve them on your own before looking at my solution. Then I'll show you the step by step. Come with me. Before finishing, I want to thank all of you. Thanks to our community, we made it to the top 20 in Brazil in the IBEST 2026 award in the Education Influencer category. If my videos have helped you in any way, I ask for your support on this journey. You can vote every day, and the link is in the description of this video and in the first pinned comment. Thank you so much for your affection, your trust, and for being part of this achievement. So, did you manage to solve it on your own? Well, I'll show you the step-by-step here. The first question, today I brought two questions for you. The first question is, what is the value of x? Here we have a triangle, we already have an 80-degree angle, we have another angle here represented by x, and the first step is to find this missing angle here. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle, you should know this by heart, the sum of the interior angles is equal to 180 degrees. All right? With this information, we're going to do the following. Look, since we have an exterior angle here that's 3x, if we extend this angle, we'll have an angle of 180 degrees, which is half of a circle. It's a straight angle. This straight angle measures 180 degrees, it's half of a circle. Since this external part of the angle is equal to 3x, the inside part, since the total sum is 180 degrees, the inside part, which is what we want to find, will be 180 degrees minus this angle on the outside, which is 3x. So it will be 180 degrees minus 3x. This will be the representation of this internal angle. Since we already know that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, adding all these angles inside the triangle has to be equal to 180 degrees. So let's do that. Let's take this first angle here, which is 80 degrees, plus this second angle, which is x, plus this angle that we represented as 180 minus 3x. All of this has to be equal to 180 degrees. All good? Here, 80 plus 180 equals 260. X minus 3x, we can add here, look, plus x minus 3x is minus 2x. This equals 180 degrees. So it's 260 minus 2x equals 180. I'll keep all numbers on this side of the equation and move all letters to the other side. So I'll leave 260 here. I'll move the 180 to the left-hand side, subtracting minus 180. I'll move minus 2x to the other side, it'll become 2x. It'll be positive. 260 minus 180, that's equal to 80, so it'll be 80 equals 2x. Since we want to find the value of x, we can divide both sides of the equation by 2. It's the same as taking the 2 and moving it to the other side by dividing. All right? Notice that this 2 on top and this 2 on the bottom, we're going to cancel them out. It'll be 1, right? 2 divided by 2 equals 1. So we'll have 1x equals 80 divided by 2. 80 divided by 2 equals 40. We conclude that x equals 40 degrees. Whoever got 40, that's the correct answer. Now, it has to be second nature. Like I said, look, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. And the straight angle, which is half of a circle, is also 180 degrees. That has to be second nature. All right? All right, second problem. Check this out. Same thing. What is the value of x in this question? Notice that we have a triangle. This angle here, look, external to the triangle. It's on the outside. It's equal to 140 degrees. This other exterior angle here is 5x. We have a right angle here, which is a 90-degree angle, all right? Now, notice that where this 140-degree angle is, if we extend this angle into the triangle, we form a straight angle, which is a 180-degree angle, which is half of a circle. All right? If there are already 140 degrees on the outside, how much is missing to complete the 180 degrees? From 140 to 180 degrees are missing. So we conclude that this angle inside the triangle, that angle at the top, is equal to 40 degrees. Now, looking at this angle down here, it's already shown in the drawing that it's a right angle. A right angle has 90 degrees, which we can represent here. Look, 90 degrees, all right? That little representation there, that small square in the drawing, means that this angle is a 90-degree angle. Well, since we already have a 40-degree angle in this triangle, the other angle is 90. We already know from the first exercise that the sum of the internal angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. I have 90 plus 40. How much is missing to reach 180? If we set up this calculation here, it will look like this. 180 degrees, which is the sum of the internal angles, minus 130 degrees, which is 90 plus 40. What will that be equal to? 180 minus 130, 50 degrees. So this internal angle here is equal to 50 degrees. All good? Now, where we have 50 degrees and 5x here, if we extend this angle here, we form a straight angle again, which is 180 degrees. That's half of a circle. So, the sum of 5x plus 50 degrees has to be equal to 180 degrees. So, setting it up here, look, 5x plus 50 degrees, that's equal to 180 degrees. I'll take the 50, move it to the other side, subtracting, so 5x will be 180 minus 50. Solving this subtraction, 5x will be equal to 180 minus 50, which is 130. Since we want to find the value of x, we divide both sides of the equation by 5 because this 5 here will cancel with this one and x will be left alone. Look, x will be equal to 130 divided by 5, which is 26 degrees. We found the value of x, we solved the problem, alright? Whoever got 26 nailed the problem. So, what do you say? Did you manage to get both questions right? Tell me in the comments how you solved them, alright? Well, we've reached the end of another explanation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like on the video to support Professor Robson Lyre's channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I invite you to do so. Don't forget to share it on social media with your friends, alright? Warm regards from Professor Robson Lyres. I hope to see you in the next class.